Hi, welcome back to the Dylan Rounds case. Welcome if you're currently here in the live chat. I appreciate it. It's been good of people recently. There's been like consistent amount of people watching, which is all good, and watching most of the videos. So I appreciate that. Shout out to Starcasm TV once again, and as well some of their dodgy videos. You never know what will come next, right? The same can apply to my channel, Don't underestimate me, okay? So aside from that, what do we have? We've got Maria and Stoney best buddies. Oh my God, that's really heartfelt and heartwarming. Make sure they didn't hear that because it'll probably kick off. But no, let's just be serious, okay? So today, what we are going to be doing is an actual map analysis. We're actually looking at a new location. In some people's mindsets, it could be a new location for the future for other related stuff, but today we're specifically tying it with Jim Brenner, right? Because this whole receipt thing going on from the past. And we're just going to look at the available Walmarts roughly in the area, see which is the closest, which is the most practical. There's a few names juggled around in the hats of towns, places, so that's what we're going to do, okay? And then see if we need to go any deeper after regarding that. Maybe try and tell and depict the story as we go along, okay? Hope that makes sense to you. Anything else to say in the background? We need to look at the Find Dylan Rounds forum because there's an interesting, small, brief discussion, kind of comparison or contrast between the Idaho 4 case and the Dylan Rounds case. Just sort of read through that, give your thoughts. I could give a random opinion on the spot, taking mine. I've not really followed the case, so I can only be rough. But someone like Paige has followed the Idaho 4 case in recent time, which I guess is understandable because to maybe a fair few people out there, Dylan Rounds' case has come to a dead end. I would argue it hasn't. Certain people have run out of stamina, which, is normal, and other people just want change. So that's why Paige did return back last night. Don't know if she's ran off again because of depending on when she joined in the video, at what point when it got a bit wild, but it's just one of those things, right? And as well, we need to take a look at the comments of the last video because there's some interesting points mentioned, okay? A point mentioned by the Shack Lady, read that, okay? And as well, in a good way, from last night's video, it did generate a possible new idea, okay? And I'm just trying to think who said it without like explaining it too much because I might as well put it into an actual video itself. I think it was Tom Evans making the comment about when I was talking about Brenner's clothes and he referred to Pancake's video. If you know which one, feel free to type the title in down below. I would say provide the link, but YouTube automatically removes links unless you're the channel owner providing your own links on your own channel, okay? I guess YouTube highlights it as spam. So Tom Evans, if you're able to do that or if you want to do that, then it'll be appreciated, okay? Because when you look at Pancake's channel, obviously some videos are members only restricted. Maybe some videos have been deleted, privatized, and then others have been deleted, then re-uploaded, maybe edited or title changed. So when you look back, it can be a bit confusing, right? So I just wanted to put that into perspective. Anything else to really say before we move on? I don't think so. I think we should check the comments first of the last video. Any key points, any add-ons, anything that can be reinforced. One thing I will say, I'm just trying to think, was it from the last video comment or the one before that? One individual was saying how, nothing's going to happen. No one's going to talk, right? You have to like go out there physically, boots on ground, and look for Dylan because nobody else who might have the answers are going to say anything. And whilst to an extent that might be true, there's two ways you could get some kind of development, okay? And one of which is what I'm doing. The other is more what maybe the odd other channel is doing or was doing, okay? And we'll talk about the alternative one first, okay? Also, take in mind, as we do go along in this video from now to later on, whenever, Feel free to share your thoughts, opinions, reactions, and also you can talk about other things in between. And, you know, the gloves are off, and maybe to some people, Joseph, the clothes are off, okay? So if you need to be dodgy or if you want to be, you can be, okay? So one of the ways of making progress, what other channels have done, the call-ins, the panels, the interviews, what they focus on. And I'm like concentrated more on someone like Kurt Wadsworth, who hasn't done the polygraph test, maybe because he's afraid he'll fail, he'll reveal something. But what about the times when he gets drunk, but he's relaxed? He might reveal the truth, because under the influence of alcohol, you can reveal the truth. Supposedly, as Jim Terry worded it, that was his tactic on Ellen Berg at the time. If it works, if it's successful, then maybe you just need to keep focusing on that theme, on that structure of trying to get the person drunk so they can reveal something. Now, has it been a great success up to now? Not really, but I think you need to maybe establish consistency. Like, let's just say Kurt Wadsworth was drunk most of the time, but then here and there, when he did appear and he was interviewed or he went on a different channel, he was sober, he wasn't drunk, and he told a different side of the story. That's where it causes that confusion. One minute you say this, next minute you say that. If he's drunk and he's telling the truth, then you should just listen to that part of the story and not the other part where he's being sober, right? And what other way could you eliminate that alternative confusion of when he's sober? Never interview Kurt Wadsworth when he's sober. Always interview him when he's drunk. Okay, so you can establish maybe consistency and possible truths as well if he's drunk. That's if it falls under those conditions, right? So, you know, that's how it could work. And the only reason why it may have not worked properly beforehand is because some have interviewed him when drunk, others not so drunk, others interviewing him when he's not drunk at all. So all of it's up and down. You need to do it when he's in a current state and at a constant rate, right? That's one way, okay? The other way, which links more to me, is whilst it feels like on the surface not much is happening, by just simply keeping the case alive, it remains in the public view. It doesn't fade away, die out like other cases have and will do, right? You look at Idaho 4, there's no way that's going to die down. You know, everyone's like biting at it, just like me. No, everyone's biting, you know, and covering the videos, and it's like, wow. But the Dylan Rounds one, you could argue it's in the downfall period, but it's not at the same time, because I've been able to try and, you know, hold it up, at least on the YouTube platform in between. At least hold it up. And then you got the odd few returning names like the Shack Lady, so that does help as well. It eases the load, it spreads it out. You got Quinton as well with his spreadsheet and, you know, providing it public in a way, right? We'll talk about that in a second. So my method is to try and make sense of the case, okay? I might as well give you my explanation now, or, you know, if it wasn't explained in the early stages, my form is to keep the case alive. That's one of the most important points, so it doesn't fade away, okay? Second is to try and have some kind of consistency, a clear up job, tying up loose ends, reinforcing certain points, debunking certain stuff, updating previous things, correcting past articles and stuff like that. So that's your other aim. And then the third one, you could say the third aim is due to that last stand centurion mentality, eventually it raises some kind of alert level. And this is where it ties in with my predictions, okay? I've made predictions throughout, not all the time, but just here and there. And most of them, you know, you would have seen that short video in the dark when I said everything's playing out how I expected. Early stages, right? Just to my own mindset and how the structure of the case was, or at least the community, okay? It goes hand in hand. So my prediction, kind of like basing it off past events and previous cases, is by keeping the consistency, or trying to at least, by keeping the case alive, it might piss off certain external people out there for whatever reason. It could be the people involved, or it could be the people who are trying to solve it as well, who might be withstanding information, resisting in some kind of way, and then they eventually release it and then it clears things up. You might be wondering, how does that happen? Well, I experienced it within the Kenny Veach case, okay? Covering it, keeping it active, and then a family-related member, steps on in with information, and that helps down the line, helps clear up some points, reinforce other theories, right? That could well happen in the Dylan Brown's case. Maybe it might be very shortly, or possibly already. So you get the idea, okay? So it can happen to an extent. As well, with the consistency, even if you were consistently blind from the truth, I'm not saying I am, but if you were consistently blind and you were suggesting this and suggesting that, trying to make sense of it all, trying not to go down too many rabbit holes, it might indirectly piss off other humans out there, which is an indirect positive action. You indirectly piss people off, they come to you, they say, fine, do you know what, I'm going to set the record straight, I've had enough of this rubbish, I've had enough of this being dragged out, here's the truth, here's this, here's that, there you go. And they could be like, okay, I'll go off now. Or it could be, oh, I shouldn't have said that, oh, it was the heat of the moment, oh, what do I do now? And then it's like, there we go, we got this information, we got it. On a very, very smaller scale, kind of in the same mechanisms, okay, getting a reaction from someone else without trying, without being direct, okay, keeping it natural, is a time when Sean Horlecker had a bit of a paddy, okay? So, you know, he showed a different personality, behaviour side to him. I, you know, explained it, observed it publicly. He did not like that, but I was the only person to really see that. And eventually, fast forward, this and that, back and forth, he said in a recent stream that, oh, you got me to the point where I was so pissed off that I had to tell you exactly what I think about you. And I'm like, there you go. That's exactly what's needed, okay? Indirect, straight to the point, leads to that reaction, leads to the truth, okay? And yet they resisted for so long because they are, or how they describe themselves, as a positive spiritual force. And if you can get a positive, reinforced, strong resistance force of a human to respond and react without even trying, indirectly, and it works, then maybe the same can happen with the Dylan Brown's case in some way or another. And I'm not talking about you grab lots of crystals, you create like a circle, stand in it and start jumping up and down and hammering a tambourine. No, that's not going to do shit, okay? But at least from the media part, because there's no press releases, no press conferences, you can kind of either do your own, in a way, some kind of daily update, simply relaying information, passing it on to others that cannot hear about it or see it or have access to stuff, you know, all kinds of things work, right? And this is where it ties in with the other response by others who may not reveal information, but reveal a different side to them, reveal resistance, which then makes them look more suspicious, right? So you're covering the case. Some people out there who are still walking free, who might know something, they might start getting a bit agitated, frustrated, whether it be because you're getting too close to the truth, getting too close to something, making progress, or just simply hammering it day after day, and they're like, God, we want to forget about it. We don't want to go on YouTube and see this or see that. We don't want to keep hearing the talks about it around town. We just want to move on because, you know, we're responsible, or someone's responsible, and we need to get on with stuff. And then they might think, right, do you know what, we need to try and, you know, push this person away. We need to use tactics, right? Whatever it may be. And if you can see exactly who's using those tactics and who's using that resistance, then you could say, right, So although we haven't got direct information or evidence to prove this or that is responsible, the way they're reacting back all of a sudden could imply they are responsible in some way, right? And I know people can already say, yeah, but we already know they're responsible in some way or another. But it's like, how much information do you have? And how much of it is 100% true? If you can at least, from your own experience, witness as like, in terms of like evidence, actual physical or behavioural reactions in a strange, suspicious way. Maybe like what Justin might have experienced. Justin Brown's interview was face to face with one of the guys like Don Hately at a point, or when Ed Harshberger was confronting someone, or when Dylan came across Ed Harshberger way back in the past and saw his anger and temper. You know, when you see it yourself, okay, you might not be able to prove it to everyone else, but if you see it, you'll get a better idea, right? At least. So yeah, and as well, kind of tying in with the resistance, what we've seen in the past, even though that might not be to do with people directly involved, that can be argued, that point. You can at least document it publicly, you can witness it yourself, get an idea of things, but then other people will believe you because you've got screenshots, or you can see the comments when you check back in the comment section or the live chat replay. So that is why when people tell me, when people come into my channel and say, you should block that person, you should block him, you should block her, you should do this, do that, do that. If I do that, it removes evidence. Is that what you really want? Exactly. So you see the 1 to 2 different ways things can come about, and that kind of ties in with my predictions that if one is able to keep the case somewhat alive for a fair bit of time, it might lead to an indirect or direct positive or negative response, which could lead to additional information, confirmation, something being revealed, which maybe it shouldn't have been, a contact reaching out privately, and or a person just simply showing resistance, okay? As for my own experience in most recent time, have I experienced resistance? Not from what I know of, not really seen or heard much, okay? So why is that? Well, it can tie in with my prediction, and then there'll be a counter prediction which will basically say that it can happen once again down the line, but we just leave that for now. My previous prediction was, yeah, we're going to get resistance, we're going to get this, we're going to get that, it's going to lead to this, lead to that, exactly how it happened, predicted. Then the next prediction was, how long will it go on for? That's what the comments were like, and I was like, well, basically, if you have extreme stamina, okay, they will get bored or they will tire. Their legs fall to the ground and they crumble, and that is it. That's exactly what has happened, okay? Because you think about it, see all these different channels covering the case up to a certain point, certain length, the actual video itself, quality, the depth of it, and it's like, yeah, that's what most people do, and that's normal. But then you see the odd person, you think, oh shit, wait, how long can this person really go on for? Because to put in perspective, okay, because I like to do it as an update as we go along, 257, 258 videos on the Kenny Veach case, 2 years spent covering it, maybe 5-6 months covering the Dylan Rounds case, nearly 200 videos already. You think, oh shit, okay? And the crossover, the similarities between the two is throughout when covering them, whether it be an external thing in the background, something negative, bad, serious going on, videos were able to be made. When it came to resistance, okay, as we all saw back then and still now, well, across the different communities, videos were still made, right? And a fair few of them, okay? So I think that kind of clears that all off for now. If I think of anything else, I'll mention it as we go along, okay? So that was a different intro for once, kind of a long one, but the same, yeah, that was the intro, 19 minutes. Shit, I'm just checking the counter. But, you know, 19-minute intro like this is probably more beneficial than a 19-minute video of me whipping myself. Stoney will probably disagree, but, you know, fair enough, it's okay. You know, yeah, it's just one of those things. Isn't it right, Stoney? You know, when we look at this case, when we look at the maps, or we may look at footage, or we look at comments online, articles, news reports, we look at interviews, we go back, we go forth. You know, it's one of those things, leave no stone unturned, right, Stoney? And like with the facts, people going about facts saying it's the most important thing. Well, you know, nothing's really set in stone, is it? Right, Stony? Yeah. So let's move on to the comment section now, see the Shack Lady's comment and other stuff too. Right, so here we are. We're going to do it in a different order this time. We're going to do it from the newest comment to the oldest one. Okay. Oh, what do we have on the screen now? Whippings, AK blessings. Yeah, that's just like a secret thing. Yeah. Shh. Right. So what do we have here? We have the Shack Lady's comment. Okay, this is one of many, right? So she did play more of a presence in the last video. She joined a little bit earlier, okay? She's getting a bit earlier with time, so improving there. Well done, Shack Lady. Give the Shack Lady a round of applause. And even give fucking Ashley a round of applause for actually turning up on time, because she's like, well, actually, I either turn up late, I'm too early. But guess what, Ashley? You've got the balance for once. Wow, the power's in your hand. You go. Okay. Same can't be said about a few other people. We have noticed the pattern with Joseph. Joseph has been leaving midstream more often than usual. But, you know, to be honest, I think it's because the cats are getting a bit too overwhelming for him, maybe. I think what needs to be brought back is some manpower. Yeah! My God, Wes, you got to step up, man. You got to step up and be the man, because that's what Joseph needs right now in his time of hour, okay? Yeah. Don't worry, Wes. I'm sure the power can be shared with others. Where's the man at? Yeah, there's King Salmon. Yeah, can't forget about King Salmon. So I'm sure it'll be fine. But anyway, let's return back, okay? Because Raina Big does not appreciate of my accents, okay? We'll refer back to that later. So I'll read this out. This is more to do in response to Paige. Paige, she's the one with the profile picture of blonde hair. She showed up yesterday when she returned out of nowhere, okay? So I guess the Shack Lady is just responding back to her question, which was later on. So I'll just read it anyway. So Shack Lady says, reference to Paige, your viewer, and her question. If Troy was arrested for holding gurus hostage, I'd like to say it wasn't Troy, it was Wade Shupp. He's known on record by charges the most dangerous out in the town. He's in prison, but will soon be released. Troy only had issues with his ex-wife. Oh, hiccup. Right. Okay, interesting. Have I heard of Wade Shupp? Maybe once, only once, but I've not really heard much about him. I'm sure there'll be people in the chat right now that will know more about Wade, okay? If you want to share your own thoughts, opinions of him, feel free to do so. How it's worded here, the most dangerous out the town. You know, how often has he been arrested? How many times has he gone to prison? Do you think he's going to reoffend as soon as he comes out? Is he going to go after someone? We'll do a poll right now, okay? Not directly for me, but maybe more for you. If you know, I'll still add the option if you don't know. Do you think when Wade Shupp is released, will he reoffend? Is he going to go after someone or not? The way it's worded here, seems like it's like aimed at just the hostage situations. Gurus. Aren't gurus those people on like YouTube that pretend to act like experts and scam people? Or am I thinking of something else? That's like where I've heard it. But yeah, with the Shack Lady's comment, hopefully it answers Paige's question. Yeah. I mean, the talk about hostage, Paige was saying, didn't someone lock women up in storage containers? That was her original point, and then Charlie responded. But this is the thing, these storage containers are scattered about in Lucin and Montello. Whether it be applied with Dylan or not, somebody else, you know, someone could be locked inside one. And I might be wrong, but from what I've heard and seen, a lot of the searches, mine shafts, mines, standard ground level, railroad tracks, maybe the odd bit of private land, depending on who it was, farmland, the odd pond, right, the wash here and there. That's what we've heard and seen visually. But what about all those containers which I found on Google Earth? Okay, some might no longer be there, but then again, most probably are because they are quite heavy and are stationary with no wheels on. Has anyone searched any of those containers? Does anyone know? And do they need searching? What we'll do is we'll do another rapid poll right now. I know I'm being a very bad boy at the moment. Last night I was very, very bad due to the amount of polls I created. Far too many, okay? I couldn't even keep up with them myself. Yeah, I was on the keyboard thinking, oh shit, I'm out of time. I had to try and time it and everything with each poll. Chaos. But I managed in the end, and I think I managed to complete every poll, set it up. But yeah, the other poll is right now. Not so much do they need searching, but have they been searched, okay? So all those containers out there, the cargo crates, you know, those long containers, right? Have any of them been searched from your knowledge? Yes, no? And then we can infer from that with the results and suggest that, oh, well, supposedly they've never been searched, so maybe they should be, right? I know the other argument that could be put forward when it comes to a few different areas in Lucerne is, well, the police have been there, the police have searched, search and rescue's been there, they searched, the horses have been there, they searched, dogs a little bit. And it's like, yeah, but did they do a good enough job? Yes, no, maybe, right? If a fair few people are all about the whole, let's return back a second time just to see if there's anything been missed, right? There's no harm in doing so. You might as well apply that with everywhere and anywhere, right? Especially when it comes to like Box Elder County Sheriff's Office due to how they supposedly handled it. I know maybe in some of the more key hotspot areas, things have been found and taken away and kept in secret and a case has been built, etc., etc. But what about the external places which could have even more evidence or other little clues and hints, right? Because you want as many clues and hints as possible. Like when I was playing LA Noire, that detective game on Xbox by Rockstar, sure, had so many clues and pieces of evidence and leads, okay? Yeah, it's an actual detective game and you had to look at body language, facial expressions in an interview and you had to check and select whether they were lying, doubt, truth. Now, was I good? No. I'm not exactly selling myself here, but when it came to the crime scenes, right? And you're going about looking through the bins or going around the back alleyway, going inside of the shop, etc., and then going elsewhere, right? Going further out to other locations to get a hold of other evidence. You could like get so much and then complete the case. You might already know who's telling the truth and lying, but you still wanted to get full completion, all of the evidence possible to strengthen the case, right? To strengthen your perception and your outlook on it. So it kind of applies here with the Dylan Rounds case. Like, I've never really thought about it, okay? But like, I've looked at mysteries, right? The Dylan Rounds case is my first ever true crime case, which I've covered on my channel, okay? And when I think back, I did play a true crime detective game, which was quite in-depth and somewhat difficult. So, you know, when people always write off and play down gaming, oh, it's not good, or it's not, it can still apply to real life many, many, many times, many, many appliances, many, many links. And I've come up with many in the past, okay? But yeah, I think that basically explains that part, right, with the Shack Lady too. Speaking of the Shack Lady, she said, I can sell you a brand new pole, which is really promising, right? I've been covering over 3,001 miles, 1 mile more than Box Elder County Sheriff's Office supposedly in Lucerne. That's more square feet covered trying to find a fucking pole in public. Not quite. No success. Now the Shack Lady has popped up, you know, the Shack Lady probably has all kinds of resources, backup, material items, everything possible you can think of in her place of living or somewhere, and now she pulls out a pole. Yeah, man, please. That's exactly what we need. Once again, another round of applause to the Shack Lady for delivering once again, okay? Now, the only issue is, Shack Lady, is you got to be careful because you don't want Weedleby to intercept the parcel, okay? And the reason why I say that is because the last time I heard from Weedleby last night, I asked her, is she going to grow a beard? And she said, are you going to take the poll? And it's like, ah, right. So if she gets a hold of the poll before me, she's probably going to, you know, what do you call it? Do you know when you get like a barbecue and you get a pig on that metal pole and it's spun around on top of a fire? I think that's what's going to happen to me, okay? I'm sure some people, oh yeah, Maria, Maria, oh, Stoney, nibbled the barbecue. God, wow, that's really, really painful, you know? I don't want to be burned alive, man. Not at all, okay? But let's move on. That's it, it's about Jeff. Jeff says, like you said in one of your previous videos, a female was found on the side of a road with no shoes. Then Chase was found barefoot. Then here is Dylan's boots left behind. Seems really suspicious. Reminds me of the movie Beyond the Reach, movie based on the desert. Now, I've never heard of that, but in terms of that pattern, what Jeff's mentioned, it's true, right? I'm referring back to that spreadsheet as well. And also, I'll say it now before I do forget, as I said earlier, that spreadsheet, as for sharing it, I don't know how. Like, you can download it, but then as for sharing the file, I thought it could just be a simple copy, paste it in the community tab. Then people just click on it and then download the file that way. But it didn't seem to work. So there wasn't like a paste option. So maybe you've got to directly send it to everyone via email. But, you know, that's going to be messy. So really, maybe the only other way is like, if it could spread, like you pass it on to one person, then another person passes it on to another, and so on and so on. Maybe that could work. Because the whole, like, let's exchange emails, that'll get messy there, and there'll be higher chances of dodgy stuff going on and resistance, right? People will be checking all the emails, and it'll just turn into like a Jim Terry Pancakes drama scenario, okay? So maybe if it works out down the line, or there's another way of sharing it, then it will happen, right? But yeah, we'll do a poll right now. Another one. Do you think that there is a link, some kind of pattern going on with these different victims in their own scenarios and cases with like having no shoes on, right? So the examples here, that female with the blonde hair who was just walking down that like long road and a passerby drove past and then afterwards came back the same way and said, do you need help? And I think they said, oh, I'm just waiting for my boyfriend or something, or I need to call my boyfriend or something. So you had her, Chase Venstra, Dylan came across Chase at the gravel path near Tacoma Road, I believe, bruised and maybe a bit bloodied as well. Where's the shoes? I don't know. And then Dylan, right, taken care of, not heard of again, just happens to be missing his shoes as well. Do you think there is a pattern going on? Like, what's going on? I mean, it makes... I can't even remember. I just remember some random crime show on TV and there was a nickname for some kind of serial killer called the Shoe Rapist. No, I can't remember or recall the story or the details, but I guess it's got something to do with shoes, right? Do you think there is some kind of killer out there or some kind of dodgy people that have an obsession with taking other people's shoes? I mean, it's one of those things where you look at a singular case like Dylan and you think, oh, that's a bit weird, taking the boots off. Maybe it's because of this, maybe it's because of that reason. Then you start hearing more about other people just randomly appearing without shoes, right? And I know this is the other thing. You know, you could counter it in a way and say, well, maybe because of the weather, it's really hot, it's really warm, you know, be wearing like full-on shoes all the time, but maybe. But if you're out in the desert, right? If you're out in the desert, you need to be wearing some kind of footwear, right? Because if not, you might get bitten, you might step on something sharp, you might go over your ankle, no ankle support, you know, practicality, right? So is there a possibility that all these people that have appeared with no shoes on because of no choice. They didn't decide to take them off, somebody else did. And how would we know that? Well, we just base it off 2 of the 3 cases. Dylan Rounds likely wouldn't have just took his boots off like that. Chase Venture, who was running across a desert with no shoes on, most likely didn't decide to take them off and then decide to put himself through a lot of torture for no reason. As for the blonde female, don't know about, but 2 against 3, it kind of stacks up one way, right? Not by choice. Missing shoes. If there is any other examples, right, any other events, then yeah, it might strengthen the idea of the claim. Okay, let's carry on. Robert Bergener says, what can I do for you? I don't know. What can you do? Maybe if you've got any other information or events, or you've heard other things, you're welcome to share them if you want. Here in a comment or something, it might help in some way or another. Okay. What else? Kimberly Hoffman, I think they're a new viewer, so shout out to them, said, so it looks like Dylan must have interrupted something going on in the shed, probably drugs or something like that. There must be a reason. Could be. You know, you see something you're not supposed to, someone reacts, silences you, so you don't, like, grass anyone up there. That's a possibility. But has there been any events in the past where there's been drug usage on site at the grain pole shed? Has that ever happened in the past? Has it ever been a meeting point? Or do you think it'd be more likely to occur at the border where people cross over on the dirt roads? I think it'd be more practical somewhere like that due to the distance compared to on the private land, right? But I think whether it was something that went on and Dylan saw something he wasn't supposed to or not, that snap mentality by Brenner is most likely possible. Okay. What's this one? Raina Big says, watch your language. Yeah, I know. I was a very, very naughty boy in the last video. Okay, if you need to punish me now. Okay. Actually, how many people in... I've got a hair in my mouth. What the hell? Did that hair come from Burger King's or something? I don't know. How many people in the chat want to punish me right now for my bad language? I know, type number 1 if you want to. Okay. This one says, Raina says, stick to news and updates on the missing. I only wish you didn't have an accent. If you don't have an accent, how does someone talk? They don't. I don't. Yeah. Deep. Pack and Go. Pack and Go never mentioned anything about being whipped in the last video unless they missed it. What a shame. But they said, well, Don H left so fast, he must have had fast boots on that left burn marks on the concrete. Follow them tracks. You should find Don H. And for Kurt, well, he hasn't left yet, but said he may leave. Who has left and why is it a great question? Right, okay. Let's make sense of this. Well, did Don move fast, though? Does anyone know the date of when Don H moved to Oakley, Idaho? Does anyone know? Like, I heard about it maybe like a month or 2 ago in one of the interviews, I believe. And it's like, okay, but when exactly did it happen? Because from what I've heard, Don didn't move away like fast. But if someone else knows the actual date, like, and it's earlier, then yeah. I mean, this is the thing. The way I see it, if we know, just basing it off if we knew the truth and Don H moved ASAP, right? that would make a lot of sense, and it would make him look a bit more suspicious. Aside from the fact of he might have moved out because he's got nothing left going for him, his friend's in jail now, but that wouldn't bother him because he was the one that's grassed on Brenner in the first place, so that shouldn't impact him. Maybe he wanted to get away from the place to like let things cool down. Like, if there's already a very small select few of people living in Lucin, which most definitely that's the case, there's higher concentration on those people, right, as potential suspects. And as, of course, the less and less people present there, the more focus is on you. And that would apply to Don. So maybe Don was like, right, I need to get out now. I've done my thing. I put the blame on Brenner. I need to just get away from it, right? And then you got Justin getting angry, which I think it was either mentioned by Shack Lady or someone else that to confirm it, the day when Justin Rounds had that meltdown on Facebook and he was like calling out Don and being aggressive, that was the day of his daughter's birthday. Now, why would Justin get angry with Don when it's Justin's daughter's birthday? Was it the birthday that triggered it, which then indirectly, subconsciously triggered the feeling of missing Dylan's birthday, or Dylan missing his birthday previously, and that's what annoyed Justin? How does Don come into it to piss Justin off on the daughter's birthday? Does anyone know? And there's a little bit more relevancy now of the event, the occasion. Maybe it's kind of emotional for Justin or some of the family because some people are here to celebrate it and others are not. That could be the case. But nevertheless, whatever the event was that triggered the reaction, there's some pre-existing depth, pre-existing suspicion on some, such as Don, associated with Dylan, right? You can't seem to erase that. Not from my mind, at least. So feel free to share your thoughts on that too. Anything else? The bit where it says, he must have moved fast, left burn marks on the concrete. Is that true? Or it's just like an exaggeration? Like, I can't check on Google Earth because it's not up-to-date imagery, so I can't check for that. Are you talking like this, Pack and Go, because you saw a video of Lance's when Lance was driving by or something? Did someone go up to Don's trailer in recent time? What's the whole situation with that? And the other point I want to mention, right, okay? Considering people have been all over the place and people have been searching here and there and arguably other places which might not be of much use, has anyone actually explored Don Hately's former place of living? We'll do a poll right now. And once again, we'll word it in such a way. Okay, you ready? So, has Don Hately's former place of living in Lucin been searched by any of the hikers, explorers? Has anyone gone on the land? Has anyone gone inside the trailer? Yes, no. You saw Lance drive past it. That's all I saw personally. Then you had Ty Corbin saying, well, it's west of the pond. It's kind of tricky that to follow those directions because is it literally west of the pond or is it southwest of the pond? You know, that's why coordinates are a bit easier. But maybe, you know, I just don't understand, like, why has it not been searched or why has no one, like, gone up to it? Unless I'm missing something, right? You know, you had Pancakes, you had Kurt, and they went to the grain shed, Dylan's farm, his actual farm. But what about Don Hately's trailer? Why not just go there for the sake of it, just to record it, right? Because when was it now? Several weeks ago, when Lance was going into Lucin as part of his new move and direction in the case, he did drive down one of the roads and say, there's Don's place over there, and you saw his trailer and it was still there, and that was during a time of when Don wasn't around because before that he left. So It's not like you've got to worry about, oh, is anyone going to be in the trailer? Is Don going to jump out with a gun? No, that's not the case. So you get what I'm saying? And what's this talk about? Burn marks on the concrete. I've not seen any burn marks in the concrete. Let's move on. What does it say? It's been over 7 months since Dylan was last heard from by his grandmother. People like Lance and Ty. Oh no, Raina, you got to be careful how you word that. You don't want to be associating both Lance and Ty together. I'll just say it right now, just in case, got to cover my own back. Okay, I'm covering my own back. If you're watching right now, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the case, when you hear the word Lance and Ty Corbin no longer affiliates, participates, communicates, or works with Lance Kelly no more, okay? Ty Corbin does his own thing, okay? Just wanted to say that, just to keep things clear, right? Because when I lock on, I lock the fuck on, okay? So Raina carries on and says, and others are still searching in the mountains, old mines, washes and desert, and so far there's been nothing. But these guys are so dedicated to finding him and others. Someone out there knows what happened to Dylan. Please say something. The young man needs to be brought home to his family, right? I mean, I guess that's the thing, right? Whoever... If you want to base it really straight to the point, either it's simply Brenner that's responsible and only responsible, or there are a few other people involved in some way or another. But if that truly is the case, other people out there, and that there's a high amount of reward money, and yet they are not grassing one another up, it's kind of like they're very tight-lipped. They must be very loyal with one another for whatever reason, right? That's the way I see it. There must be, right? Because if you've got 1 or 2 people, maybe more, living in the area or nearby, and you're all responsible, and just one of you could get that $200,000 reward money, and you're in a place which maybe is kind of poor, or some people kind of struggle with money in the area because it's in the desert, then wouldn't you take every chance possible, right? Construct it, word it in such a way that you can get all the others in trouble and you get the money somehow. No one's really done that. I mean, the closest we've seen is Kurt Wadsworth at the beginning with the $20,000 reward money, the hostage situation, the fake false tip-off, opportunistic behaviour. And then really the only other is Don Hately surrendering the guns in associated with Brenner, and that was it. Nothing else has really happened since. From your knowledge, have there been any more backstabbing? As for YouTube, as for the community, yes, there's been backstabbing here and there, of course. But in terms of the actual case, yes, no, I wouldn't say so from what I've heard, since it's kind of gone quiet. And it's been quiet for some time. So it's either Brenner, 100% responsible, or very tight-lipped, very tight loyalty with one another out there. Carry on. Pack and Go says, the key was found in Dylan's pant pocket in his trailer, so he disappeared not wearing boots or pants. I bet that hat and coat JB was pictured in was Dylan's too. JB, Jim Brenner. Okay. So I wasn't under the impression that the key fob was put in Dylan's pant pocket in the trailer. I was aware, though, that the key fob was returned inside of the trailer at Dylan's farm on the top counter or the seat or the bathroom. It was so back and forth, okay? You remember? It was Was the key fob returned? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, in the end. And then it was it returned before or after the gun? Yes, no, yes, no. And then it was, where inside the trailer was it? Oh, it was on the seat of the trailer. No, it wasn't. It was in the bathroom. No, it wasn't. It was on the countertop. No, it wasn't. It was in the bathroom on the countertop. No, it wasn't. It was in Dylan's pant pocket. And it's like, oh my God. Now, the only point I want to ask, well, question, is pack and go. If you're currently here in the chat, where did you hear about the key fob being placed in Dylan's pant pocket? Because I've never heard of that until now. Anyone in the chat? Have you seen this for the very first time? As for the exact location of where it was placed, right? Like, if this truly is the case, I can kind of understand what Pack and Go is going at, saying, well, the boots are taken away, the pants are here, you know, how many clothes does Dylan have, right? I mean, I would say most likely Dylan was wearing pants. And I assume that when you say pants, American wording, pants means trousers. And then when it comes to actual underwear, like Ashley, when she said she was going to take them off and chuck them on stage, or chuck them at me or something, I don't know. You know, it's just like American wording, right? Pants, trousers, trousers, pants. It's the same thing, okay? But yeah, I'd say Dylan was fully clothed when he went out, right? Because he came back from Montello, first of all. He wouldn't have gone to Montello with no clothes on. Oh, no. No. So he would have come back clothed, maybe changed clothes, or, you know, stayed in them, right? Because he's got jobs to get on with. It was just the boot situation later, which may have been not by choice, right? That's the pattern I'm going with. What else do we have? Oh no, Indiana has finally returned back with her little poem story thing. Get ready, people, sit down, grab your little books and your little hot cocoa. Indiana says, Glenda Darlene O'Leary started it and I gave it a bit more. Where are we up to now? Kurt's bleaching, Don's is leaving, and Dylan is nowhere to be found. Some say he's in a mine shaft, others say he's buried underground. Chat room revelers gather each night to see what info they can find, and what it is to this Dylan's case that leaves the rest of us so blind. Warlike Raph has continued with his videos of all the ins and outs. It's been over 7 months now and still we've ended up with nout. My God, Indiana, you are walking on thin ice right now. Do not question my authority. Do not question my ability, man. Because of me and my presence, I have reunited you, Indiana, with fucking Wes the Howling Wolf. If I never made my videos, if I never consistently uploaded for 4 months straight, appearing and attending at every single live premiere for over 1 hour long, then you wouldn't have been able to chat with Wes. You wouldn't have, you know, fucking hot cocoa time in the fucking bed, man. No, you wouldn't. Sorry, Raina Big, for swearing, but you know what? Indiana has fucking triggered me right now. My God, you wouldn't have gone to all those Burger Kings. You wouldn't have gone to Walmart today. You wouldn't have gone to all those other shopping places which you probably took in mind when you went on that Christmas shopping journey trip list, because you're probably like, oh my God, I'm going to go into that shopping centre right now. Oh, I probably should avoid that food place because Warlike Raph recommended it's a dodgy place, and you know what? I'm not going to go in. I do not want to get food poisoning. I'm not going to choke on a chicken wing. I'm not going to die and mutate because of some fucking dragonfly insect wing that was on a chicken nugget. No, because of me, because of my presence, because of my consistency of coverage, I have saved many lives, okay? You know, even the shack lady, when the shack lady is desperate for some chicken, instead of just like going from place to place all the time and maybe it backfiring, my guidance has, you know, helped people choose the correct food, right? So, Indiana, be very grateful, okay? Or that belt might be coming your way very shortly, okay? I don't care about your electric blanket. This fucking belt will penetrate that electric blanket. It'll probably connect the fucking current and circuit. So you're going to get a massive shock. Yeah!
Is that what you really want? I don't really think so. It's going to be very uncomfortable, okay? More uncomfortable than what Wes is capable of. I know he's a fucking 6'2" guy. You know, when Wes found out he was 6'2", and then he found out that you, Indiana, was only 4'11". My God, are you from The Hobbit? My God! Are you on fucking the journey to find the desolation of smog? You're going to try and find the fire-breathing dragon? My God, the dragon's not even going to see your head because you'll be wedged down in the treasure, choking on all the gold because you're not too tall. And then Wes will have to come in, knight in the shining armor, with his strong, hard chest. He'll have to fight off the dragon like George and the Dragon, or whatever the fuck you call it, George and the Monkey. And he's got to fucking pound that man. He's going to rescue you and pull you out. And what are you going to say? Yeah? You're going to say, at that moment when you've been rescued through that long journey of danger, desolation, you're going to say, well, actually, more like Raph. What has he really done? You know, when we think about it, we're still running in circles. Like that. Fuck off. Okay? Let's move on. Okay? So Glenda, speaking of Glenda, says the Raph news. Great. Thank you. Okay? Yeah, that's what it's all about. Glenda says alcohol swabs will take care of those back spots. Wait, are you referring to the Dylan Rounds case, or are you talking about my actual back? What the? Wait. What are we talking about now? You know, we're being serious or we're like dodgy. I don't know. No, don't worry. Those spots, they can be dealt with. All I have to do is fucking lean back on that spiky ball, and it will mess up my back, but it will deflate them anyway, man. It'll be fine. Don't worry. Cleo is stunned right now. She's in a coffin. Okay, so Cleo might be transitioning into a vampiress. Okay, you know, Indiana likes to regard herself as a goddess. Cleo regards herself maybe as a vampiress. Stoney, I don't know. You know, uncharted territory. Maybe we'll find out sometime. Maria, well, possible of anything. Okay. What does it say? Glenda. Yes, Kurt bleaching his place and Don leaving. Wes says, I use bleach when I clean the house. Doesn't prove shit. My God, Wes, you got to watch your mouth. Speaking of bleaching the house, I think you've bleached it a bit too much because your fucking facial hair is turning a little bit bleached. My God, be careful, man. Those chemicals are pretty toxic and dangerous. But, you know, okay, Wes, okay. Don't turn into a wolf, okay? Don't howl, okay? Okay, I'm sure you know how to handle a bleach bottle. I'm sure it's fine, it's It's probably Indiana anyway. Indiana's probably to blame because the pH levels are probably too high. The past, bloody my God, Indiana, your pH levels are past the standard levels of Chernobyl. God, walking disaster, man. I feel sorry for that bad. Anyway, let's move on. We've got Josh. There we go, shout out to Josh again. Always entertaining. More MK soon, please. Got to be something new to report on, like who boarded up the mine shaft. Are they hiding something? Was it for safety? And then Mama Down Under. Okay, so she explains. That's good. Yes, it was due to Warlike Wrath coverage of the Kenny Veach case. So, okay, so Mama Down Under is a long-time viewer as well. I wasn't really aware of, but it seems to be the case. So that's a positive. 18 months ago. So she's been around for some time. I don't mean in terms of her age. I mean in terms of time spent on YouTube watching my videos. So that's good of her, okay? Because I probably did come across her in the past, but, you know, you can't remember every single person. But I did see them on one of Lance's recent videos, so I just thought she came from there. But that's good. It's good how you get these crossovers as well. Like, you might come across people that watch your videos because of something, then you move on to another case and some people follow. But then other times, you might just randomly come across a person in the middle of it all who previously has covered this, watched it secretly in the background, and is currently doing this as well. So all things can happen, especially, you know, you never know who is watching behind the scenes right now, okay? It could be calling in or, you know, secretly joining into watching the video for first few 10 minutes, 16 minutes. Someone could be clicking on right now, watching behind that screen, and it's like, oh, yeah, you're going to be doing your own videos soon. Do your own little live stream premiere, yeah? You're watching the video right now. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry, the people in the background, I can see you. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. As for this, M Cave, Kenny Veach, there are videos to cover, as I said, about 16, 17 videos. Are they truly groundbreaking, absolutely breaking news stuff? No. It's more looking at it from different alternatives and perspectives, kind of like keeping the case alive type material, right? Which then could indirectly trigger some kind of progression, right? As we've talked it through earlier on, just not had the time yet, okay? But I think the odd video can be made in between, okay? Yeah, I can definitely think of one, what I can do. Bit of an indirect outside of the box one, but if I want to incorporate Dylan Rounds in terms of the styles and methods, I can definitely apply that with Google Earth, because I did a brief scout about with the Mojave Desert, and it can be done. I can explain it more later, right? So I'll try and do that video maybe tomorrow or the day after when it's actually doable, just see about time issues or if anything else is going on, okay? So we'll try. Anything else? Louise says his gun was found, right? And I was like, oh, was it? Shack Lady, here we go. This was the comment I was telling you about. Says his phone, key fob were found. Wallet is still missing or is in question along with his gun was found, but that's in question to be factual because of all the conflicting statements said from the start. Okay. Right, interesting. Let me just analyse that. I'm aware of the key fob, the phone, yeah. Wallet's still missing. Most likely wallet is missing because it's still on Dylan Rounds. If you want to find the wallet, you got to find Dylan. If you want to find Dylan, you'll find the wallet, okay? Yeah, pretty much. We can do a poll right now, why not? Do you think if you want to find the wallet, you'll have to find Dylan and vice versa, right? That's what we'll word it as. Wallet is always in question along with his gun was found, but that's in question to be factual. Right, so I don't know where it's come from. Oh, the gun's been found, has it, hasn't it? So we're back again with this talk. There might be people behind the scenes that actually know, then there'll be other people that may kind of know, and then the rest are just left guessing. That's like the food chain and how it goes about. Now, when it came to, let's say, I want to say the phone, right? In the earlier stages, a few people who know were reaching out saying, the phone's been found. It's been found. And it's like, yeah, but where? Are you sure? And it's like, well, the phone's been found. And it's like, that's not good enough, right? Because other people are saying it hasn't. Back and forth, and eventually it was confirmed, right? And it's been talked about since and reinforced, okay? Will that be the same outcome with the gun? I don't know. It doesn't seem like as many people have talked about it compared with the phone when it was in discussion at the time, okay? So when was the gun found exactly? Where was the gun found exactly? And what type of gun was found exactly? Okay, they're my questions. Because as we know, Brenner has got a handful of different guns throughout time. Okay, the ones handed over to Don, and Don handing them over to the police, or at least a .22 rifle. Okay, he might have some other firearms buried elsewhere. You never know. What about the pistol, the silver one, which Ty Corbin has talked about, which is missing? You know, is that the one that's been found? I mean, this whole gun scenario, situation and talk can kind of tie in with this overall video. As said, you know, all these links can be established because we do still need to look at Walmart, okay? We need to look at the maps, which we'll do so very shortly, okay? Yeah, feel free to do your votes, right? What do we have here? Teresa Quickster. Whenever I hear that name, you sound like you can't say cowboy girl, like quick draw, where you pull out the revolver, very quick. Okay. Teresa says, I think he was outnumbered. They removed the shoes, probably wanted them later as poor as they are, and then took him somewhere. probably over something simple like people mad they got fired, so they ask the drift squatter Brenner to do the dirty work, running out of places to stay. Brenner probably did a favour for someone, thinking he would get away with it unless they found blood. I don't think Dylan is dead. I think he is held against his will due to the criminal records of all these people. I mean, if that is the case, that Dylan is held hostage somewhere, held captive, is he being fed, given water? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you gain from holding someone hostage, right? Are you trying to let the reward money build up and up and up to a high point, or what? Like, you've seen hostage situations and the like, right, we've captured someone, we want $5 million, and then you can, have the person back, and they've done these exchanges before across seas and stuff by certain cell groups, right? So is that what's happening here? Because if not, and it's not money, then why are they holding Dylan hostage? Okay, maybe it's because they don't want him to reveal the truth about something else going on. Maybe Dylan found something he wasn't supposed to and then was taken away and silenced. But just by keeping a person alive and chained up and keeping them fed, giving them liquid, it's just draining resources out of their own pocket and situation to keep someone alive who you're probably not going to release. And it's like, well, what a waste of time that is. You might as well just finish the person off and carry on, right? So I just don't think that's the case here. In the past, I felt like it, okay? I felt like maybe Dylan was held hostage, but I don't think as much now. The only other alternative would be Dylan was held captive somewhere, but let's say someone like Brenner that might have put him somewhere is the only one that knows where he's at. And maybe one of those things where you do keep the person alive whilst they're chained up somewhere, but if you're taken away, you're not going to be able to visit anymore, and then Dylan just starves, dehydrates, right? That's the only other way I'm looking at it. Final few points. Louise says, do you think Ellie knows a lot more than about what happened to Dylan? I'd say I wouldn't be surprised, right? Like, with what Candice Cully has recently said about there are things going on, progress is being made, okay? You remember all those posts recently? There's all types of things going on. We can't jeopardise the case. We'll do another poll. Do you think any of that mentioned by Candice Cooley is as a result by the LE? Is she cooperating with them once again? Or is it independent? Like volunteers making progress, finding evidence? What do you think? Okay? Feel free to leave your thoughts. Okay? What's this other point made? There's been no new news for ages. There's never been much evidence or a crime scene that I know of. I don't think anyone will talk and say where he is. I mean, unexpected things can happen. Certain behaviour, certain actions can trigger responses within people. I mean, you look at it like this, okay? Let's just be realistic, okay, on the spot. Whether it causes resistance or not, oh well, let's be realistic. So, what have I done? Or where am I located? Am I in the desert? No. Am I in the US? No. Is that exactly practical? Probably not. But you know what? Aside from the case itself, in terms of reactions from people, right? At one point, I kind of pissed Ty Corbyn off, right? And that was just from saying certain stuff or wording it incorrectly, right? Then when it came to Jim Terry, I pissed him off just by wording it in a certain way or saying something like it wasn't done with intent, right? And yet people reacted like that. So what I'm trying to say, and tying in with what I did earlier, okay, with how you word stuff, cover things, unexpected things can happen even when you're not meaning for them to happen, right? And it could occur within the Dylan Rounds case, you never know. You trigger a certain reaction from someone and it's aimed in the right way, It could reveal something, right? And I think the most basic but most realistic point, an example of basic positivity, is you cover a case. Let's just say you didn't really get anywhere, you didn't make any progress, but as long as there is no harm caused, like no one's hurt, then it doesn't matter. And the positive that still remains is you're trying, which does matter. And you're keeping the case alive up to a certain point, which also can be acknowledged, right? So I think that summarises those comments up. Much longer discussion, to be fair, right? I guess we can just transition on over to the Find Dylan Brown's Facebook page right now, just to get on with things. Right, so here we are. This was on the Dylan Brown's Facebook page 16 hours ago by RYNK Gardner, and it is kind of associated and comparing Dylan's case with the Idaho 4 one. So I thought I'd just read this out to you. I know for some people they might already know this, but for others it's just so there's a bit of coverage, because I know some people wanted coverage on the case, okay? So that's what we can just do briefly now. Just read what is said. So Rye says, I can't help but wonder about the difference DNA and evidence collecting in Dylan's case and the Moscow, Idaho case. It is so important. Yes, 2 different scenarios, city versus rural, and no cameras, but preservation of the last known area, trash, etc. Okay. Let's see what's mentioned here. Damon says, this is troubling. I thought the same thing since Moscow case. Because I've not really followed the Moscow case, you might have to fill in the odd few points in between, because I can't really add to it, okay? So, what? Are they basically saying that there's a big contrast between Dylan's case, how that was handled, and then with the Idaho 4 one? They say that the Idaho 4 one was more successful, more proactive, that evidence was collected easier, handled better. I assume that's the point of this. Michelle Brown says, JMO, Moscow case. BK left the sheath that he took knife out of beside one of the girls' bodies upstairs and forgot it, and it had his DNA on it. Then they connected him to the white Elantra that was in the area around that time. I think that had someone undercover following him around, and he just didn't know it, and possibly picking up things that he had possibly touched, and possibly could have been watching him in classes after the murders. In Dylan's case, after his boots were found, the police didn't do their jobs correctly. They should have had everyone leave the property right then, and it should have been roped off as a crime scene, but they didn't. That let everyone continue to walk all over and around the property out there, touching things with no gloves. It also rained. It could have washed away some DNA. Police detectives also shouldn't have let anything leave that property, Dylan's truck, farm equipment, campers, etc., until police detectives come to get them to take them into the process them. Police detectives messed up the whole investigation from the start. Okay, yeah, there's a big contrast between the two. I mean, what are the obvious reasons for why the cases were handled so differently? Maybe, first of all, the state, different states, right? Second, tying in the specific police department in the area, 2 different ones, of course. One handles things maybe more professionally, with more care and effort, the other one does not. Next point, rural versus city-based, or a bit more dense with human population, right? If it's out in the middle of nowhere, far from everything and all kinds of buildings, facilities, then it's going to take time, and maybe it's not as high priority because it's a harder case to solve or harder case to get to grips with physically, I guess. With the Idaho 4 one, a bit more practical maybe. As for cameras, right? You had cameras, CCTV footage in the Idaho 4 one. You don't with the Dylan Brown's one, unfortunately.
and even externally, like, well, I don't know exactly where it was, but I saw that Idaho 4 CCTV footage near to that, like, that trailer where they were handing out food to people, and there was guys on the street corner or something, and then to the victims as well, caught on camera before the disaster, like walking along, looking on the phones, and then decided to walk off and I guess return back to the house, the building, maybe. That CCTV footage can give the time, the date, of course, so that's helpful. It can reveal if there's any suspicious activity, body language by others nearby. With the Dylan Rounds case, very limited. I mean, what I would say is, if the Dylan Rounds case is eventually solved, that's a greater feat and achievement compared to the Idaho 4 case, I would say, with limited material, limited resources in a way, so much drama, confusion, possible corruption, several people keeping quiet, the area, the terrain, the weather, the extremity of it all. If it was solved and a Dylan was found, although the outcome is the same like with Idaho 4, death, there is some kind of justice, and on top of that, being able to overcome it all, right? Obviously, you're not going to really be thinking that exactly at the time, but it just seems more, you know, more of an achievement because it was harder to get hold of and solve. That's all I'm saying. What else? Oh God, a few more replies. What does it say? Julie. Cops also watched Brenner remove trash from shed, spring cleaning, June 2nd. Yep. Not all evidence probably lost, compromised. Sad deal. Okay. Danny Cook, and they didn't want to annoy Brenner with the warrant he had either. Narcissistic Felicia. Oops, I said that wrong. Narcissi. Narcotics. I don't know how you say your name. Sorry. They can't search people for no reason. In the very beginning, they didn't know he was murdered. They could have thought he was visiting a neighbour. I believe it was mentioned he was being held captive. Yeah. But considering Brenner's history, they should have arrested him on the spot, took the case serious. Michelle replies, I don't think I've ever mentioned, not once above, about anyone being held or searched for no reason. I think you misread what I said. Detectives also shouldn't have let anything leave. Yeah. Until police detectives come back, quoting them. I said anything, I didn't say anyone. Right. Narcissistic says, maybe I typed it wrong. I think I said something wrong. I said it first, they couldn't arrest anyone. They treated it as a missing person, but they could have arrested Brenner if they felt like it. I'm thinking they wanted to build case against him, but instead bought him time to clean up. It wasn't until boots were found that they got anything rolling. Also, for the record, I'm probably not completely accurate. I'm assuming. Leanne Tuckett says, would have been a totally different outcome if Box Elder had done their job correctly. Terry, comes down to the agency of their ambitions. In my opinion, BE blew it off. So sad. Anna Marie says, I think both PD deputies are up to their necks in this Box Elder and Elko County with regards to Dylan. Dirty cops. Also, why not a soul has spoken up in spite of such a large reward money? Yeah, talked about earlier. There's always a big motivator, but not when it could literally kill you. Damon says, Elko County did all they could. Yep. This did not happen in Elko County. Yep. Please refrain from adding them to the Box Elder department who failed in every direction for finding Dylan. I guess so. So yeah, I'll be honest. In the early stages, I thought Elko and Box Elder were both doing bad stuff, and then it was just how it was worded by Candice Cooley at the time when I looked at a news article, but eventually I understood. Rai also says, feeling like DNA and science doesn't lie. There is amazing technology that is there and many others with knowledge. As a parent or for any missing loved one, please bring out the best of technology, the job at hand, at the quickest response, so detrimental it seems to the cases. So yeah, that's just a brief little coverage on the Idaho 4 case, Moscow 1, right? You see the key word, key title, Idaho 4. Like, each case has its own little title, keyword, right? Kenny Veach, M Cave, Dylan Rounds, right? Lucin, Montello, and then Idaho 4, Moscow. When I first had a brief look at that, I was like, what's the title? How do you title this case? Do you call it Moscow Idaho Students? Do I call it Idaho 4? Well, I didn't know about calling it Idaho 4 at the time, so I didn't know how to word it. I was going to say like what, Moscow Murder Case, true crime murder or something. But when you include the word murder, YouTube doesn't like it, and then they get a bit, restricted. So you have to use specific wording without being too dodgy with certain wording. Okay, there's like an art in it in itself. Even the thumbnail as well. Like, just put things in perspective. When I did a Jay Silverheels Kenny Veach community edit video, I basically put his face on it with some other guys like Jay Chuck, and I basically depicted the Final Supper edited. YouTube didn't like that because of religious reasons and all that, so it got a bit messy, so I had to change the thumbnail to a very basic piss poor one. Instead I used a group of penguins bowing down to someone instead. Interesting. You get the idea. Let's move on. Right, so hopefully up to now at least you found the video of some use, interest, some key discussions going on in the live chat throughout the video and even up to now. Hope that's all going well. Appreciate it, people who are still watching still. And also welcome if you've just joined. Previously we were covering the Dylan Rounds discussion, going very deep, looking at some interesting points. Looking at the supposed gun of Brenner's being found, Chat Lady saying it's in question still, and then some other things in between. For a video up to now, it's been quite deep and quite long, and we've not even got into the main part yet of this video. So that's different. But we will do very shortly, and that'll be the main feature. Map analysis, Walmart, receipts of Brenner before Dylan went missing, I assume. Needing to take a look at them. That's what we'll do. Hopefully, though, just to speak of quickly, hopefully Ellen Berg is present tonight. She wasn't able to make it yesterday. Well, she did temporarily, but she had to pop in quick because of the dogs. I think the dogs were playing up, or she needed to take them out for a walk because they were maybe getting a bit restless. I don't know what type of dogs she has, so fair enough, that's understandable. The only question I ask you, Ellen, is when you word it as you got to take the dogs for a walk, do you actually mean the dogs take you for a walk? Anyway, to easen, that's not even a word. Or is that easen? Lighten? Well, to lighten any resistance, if any animals lose control, and I'm not talking about the kitty cats or the pussy cats or the big cats or the tigers. No, talk about the dogs. Okay, King Salmon, not you today. What about Buster, I don't know what they're called. Buster busting their nuts. I don't know. I forgot their name, okay? They had a picture of a dog, okay? Okay, that. Well, is there any dogs, present right now? Okay, I'm sure it's going to go crazy, right? It'll be like World War III going on right now. You'll be all the cats maybe scratching each other, the dogs barking in the background. It was Gorilla Jack that mentioned that I like eating pears. I don't really eat any fruit or much vegetables, okay? So maybe I'm like a walking chemical disaster, but I've got so far, so I must be doing something right, okay? Last time I ate a pear, okay, was, well, I don't know when actually, but whenever the last time I ate a pear, which was probably several years ago, it was night time, it was in the dark, I was outside in the garden, I found a pear in the dark on the floor, it was rotten, I picked it up, it had snail trail on it, the slime, I turned it around and bit into it, and it was nice, okay? It was still fresh. It was actually normal on the other side. Nothing was wrong with it. I didn't have any issues afterwards. And then fast forward to a random time at Burger King's, had a burger, and afterwards I got food poisoning. Yeah, man. More chances of me getting food poisoning from Burger King's than me scavenging in the dark looking for a rotten pear. That is just my reality, isn't it? Right? So, I'm not eating this, okay? Goodbye. There you go. Can't do it anymore, just in case people in the background are going to lose control of their dogs. Maybe Ellen has been whipped away from her computer desk because the fucking dogs are dragging her around on the lead. Oh no, what trouble have I caused? But no, speaking of which, just to, I guess, bring order once again, to pull people back to the screen, okay? Quick whip, okay? Quick whip time. Indiana is getting it, okay? Because the attitude earlier in that comment and maybe in the chat up to now, it warrants it, okay? Indiana, don't even move. Don't even move, okay? You don't even get into position. You don't even deserve that at this point, okay? Okay. Yeah, very rapid. Exactly. Stony. Well, at this point, I think we need to set the record straight, just like her glasses. So by the time I've finished whipping her, her glasses probably will be fixed. And, you know, at this rate, her vision too. Won't even need the glasses no more. Won't even need contacts. You will be healed, okay? Stony, get ready to be healed with these blessings, okay? Strike down in the name of Jesus. Yes, Stony? Yeah? Yes, Stony, you're showing resistance with that hard stone textured resistance and attitude, man. It's very good. Yes, Stony. Leave no rocks unturned, no stones turned. Set in stone, like these whips, imprinted. Kill, you know, 2 whips with 1 stone. Was it 1 stone, 2 birds? I don't know how you say it. Never mind. Yes, Stony. Come on. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So with that sorted now, let's finally move on to the map analysis, the main feature of today. Okay. So here we are on Google Earth, and you can see, basically, the key is, and when I say key, I mean description of the markers, right? So all the blue markers, right, exclude the star. I forgot to add the little star thing, but all the blue markers with the W's mean Walmart, okay? And for the most part of it, from my knowledge, they're all called Walmart superstores, okay? Now, I believe there might be a few more, but I just marked out the ones I know of, the ones that have been previously suggested, okay? The likeliest of ones, okay? Some probably more realistic than others, but I just wanted to just get an idea of a range of them, okay? And just order them about. And to be honest, they kind of are all surrounded, right? You know, you got like one in Nevada, you got the one in the Utah, Idaho. The thing is, there's quite a few near Ogden, Salt Lake City, but I didn't want to put every single marker down because that could take forever. But indirectly, we can take a look at the other remaining ones in a separate video sometime if you want that, okay? Do a 2-in-1. Kind of like what we did with KFC. Like, if anyone is confused, okay? So, like, the Shack Lady, if you're wondering how and why I came across Burger King's, KFC, Little Caesar pizzas, it's all because of Chase Venstra when we're looking at the CCTV footage and trying to figure out exactly which KFC did he go to, Little Caesars, where's the cameras, inside out, you know, all that talk.
Same with motels with Dylan and Brenner, Custom Farming, Wendover, Montello, looking at all the different places for that. And then looking at places of interest too, like Wendover, the disposal place with the spring cleaning. So there is a story behind it all and why it all emerged. I didn't just randomly decide to, okay? Even like going to the zoo, okay? That was because of wild people in the chat, okay? So hope that explains that. Red marker, Don H, question mark. Okay, I have moved it since. Maybe I could share that with you quickly, first of all. So we got the grain shed there, pole barn, if you want to call it that, up this way. We got the pond here. And Ty said Don H's place of living is west of the pond. I think they said like a mile or something. Now, when I checked myself, okay, if you literally say west, zoom out for a second, and there we go. Let me just rotate it like that so it's easier to refer to. Right, facing north, west, something like that, and go a few miles that way. It doesn't really lead to much, it's just flat land, right? You know what I'm saying? Flat land, and I saw like there was like an obstruction or like a mountain or a hill nearby. That's why I suggest the marker here. Because it looked like Lance was on a road in parallel to the camper. But I don't know exactly where. I don't know if Lance was driving somewhere down here and then pointed the camera to the right and aimed it over that way and said, that's where the trailer's at. Because when I paused the video, I can't get it up now. I was like trying to align it with the background, the mountains too, okay? Because over that way, that's supposedly where Lance was going, because he was looking at, oh, what's it called now? I forgot the name of it. Can we find the name of it? What was the name of it? Governor's Spring. Oh yeah, there we go. Governor's Spring. That's where Lance was going in that video, but to get there, you had to get into Lucerne to begin with, right? And I believe he came down here, and then he had to like transverse around or something to get down that way. But I just feel like this is roughly the location of Don's place. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to align it so you can view it yourself. Oh my god, what's showing up now? Oh my god, I don't know what that was then. Is this spot where Don's at? I mean, when you look at the mountains or the hill, this here kind of looks similar to the one what I was looking at down here originally. This is what I originally thought was Don's place. You remember in that previous video? I thought it was something to do with her. I'm just trying to find out other like weird thing. Maybe it's not going to load in properly. But nevertheless, this is 2019, okay? Does anyone know when Don moved into Lucerne? I can't remember. It might be 2021 or 2020. I mean, look at the texture, you look at the ground, pretty clear. And the rocks too. But no indication of a camper trailer from bird's eye view, and it would show up. We've seen all the others, right?
ground doesn't look exactly smooth there. Nope. But then it looks like there's a clearing in this spot. Some kind of clearing where a trailer could go. And then there's that dirt road nearby. And a very faint dirt track here, as you see on the ground, which leads up to up here. So is this the spot where Don Hately's trailer was at? Is this the location? Because it just seems like the only other place I can think of. I mean, it is kind of west of the pond. Should we check the mileage out just to see? Okay. Get the fuck off the screen. It's in the way, this white thing. When does it get into miles? Miles, okay. Well, it's less than a mile away. 3,000, about 3,500 foot away from the pond, so maybe it's not. Oh my god, the cables are pulling fucking cable. Oh my god. So I don't know. It's just when, like, when you zoom in, you look at the ground. Some vehicles have been there. See the track marks. That dirt road there. I mean, obviously with coordinates, it would have been a lot easier, right? What I will do in advance, if this just so happens to be the marker or roughly the area where Don lived at, due to this patchy area, I'll drop the coordinates right now. Okay? There they are on screen in the middle. Feel free to copy them down, write them down, or even pause the video, or even rewind the video back afterwards to make note of them. Might come in use. And yeah, because although Don may no longer live here, has his land been investigated? Has it been dug up, searched, his trailer, etc.? You know? We'll do a poll right now. I guess there's no harm. Do you think Don Hately's land, his place of living, needs to be investigated, dug up? Yes, no? Feel free to leave your thoughts. Oh, I'm getting too comfortable right now. Yeah, because I'm laying back on the bed. Like when you start, drag your hand through your hair. It's comfortable, that. Yeah. Okay, so very out of context, this, isn't it? It's so comfortable. The head tingling as well. Okay, right, I need to snap out of it because I'm actually falling asleep. That doesn't say much about my video, does it? If I'm putting myself to sleep. Oh no. Come on, get a grip, Andrew. Right. There we go, let's zoom out. So, that was just a quick point to refer to. We lock on with Brenner's place of living. Are we facing north? Yep. Right, so Brenner's originally here, living here, and what, he goes to a Walmart to buy ammunition. Okay. How did he get there, first of all? Did Brenner drive to Walmart himself, or did Brenner get a lift by someone else, such as Don Hately? That's the first question you got to ask yourself, because maybe Don wasn't exactly aware of Brenner's plans, but technically, maybe Brenner wasn't really aware either of what he was exactly what he was going to do, but he just wanted ammunition for the sake of it. Maybe because he just likes test firing his weapons, or he just wanted to stock up on it. Okay. I mean, we'll do another poll shortly. I don't want to do too many. It gets a bit too much, right? But what do I think? Do I think Brenner was given a lift? I'd say possibly, because you think about it, most of these Walmarts are quite far out, so you'd have to go on the highway somewhere. And Candice Cooley said Brenner didn't take the highway, didn't drive on it. He didn't really get around much. So it just be left, made me to think, right then, must have got picked up by someone, like Don, a friend. Whoa, why are we doing that? So by zooming out, I wish it would stop doing that, you stupid twat. By zooming out, we've got a couple of options. Now, in which order do we do? Do we do the most likeliest or the least likeliest first? Let's do the least likeliest, okay? You got a couple in Idaho. There's one up here at Boise, okay? I think it's this one here. Does it come up with the name? Not really. I wonder why it doesn't come up with the official name. I'll have to type it in, won't I? Oh, bloody Indian restaurant. Oh, my God. Idaho Walmart. There we go. There you go. So, can we take a look or not? Oh, my God, we can. We can have a full-on look. We'll do street view, okay? Just so you can get an idea. Street view, and then you can share your thoughts. Let me know if you think this is the location where Brenner visited. Okay, load it in. There we go. There's Walmart. Looks like a big place. And we got home and pharmacy. Well, I don't think we need to look at that bit. Must be more up this way, right? Where's the cameras? Ah. Look at all those cameras. Several of them pointing in all directions. So this is the key thing, what we need to be on the lookout for. First of all, figuring out which Walmart James Brenner went to, and maybe with someone else. And then also the footage as well. Did it pick up anything? Pick up anyone? You got more cameras down that way. Seems to be covering all angles from the looks of it. Is that another camera or a light? I'm not too sure. Any more cameras? That's just a light. No, that seems to be it. But there is CCTV cameras, which you would expect. And then what? Is that inside market? My God, where's the actual entrance into Walmart? Oh my God, I'd be useless in America right now. I'd be like, where's the entrance? I can't even get into the shop. Oh my God, why is there a McDonald's as well? Wow. And Coca-Cola as well. Oh my God, they've got everything. What's going on? Oh, a police car as well. Look, there's another angle of the CCTV cameras up there. My God, that's a lot of trolleys. Wow. That's a lot. Oh, more cameras up there. So it's all around the perimeter of the building, and most likely cameras inside too. That looks like a good cop car. Boys. My boys. Okay. It's even got a reinforced bumper on the front. 007. Oh, James Bond. Undercover. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? No. Because of where it's stationed at, this Walmart, I don't know how to get into the place, unfortunately. Pharmacy, well, we don't really need that, do we? Outdoor living. God, it's like a prison. Can we go down there? Okay, let me just get into position. My back's fucked. Okay. Roughly, we'll probably take a look inside one of them just to get an idea of the layout. I can imagine some Americans to the screen right now saying, we know, we've seen it 24/7. I don't, so I'm going to take a look. Let's just look out for the cameras. Oh my God, what's going on down there? All these flags. Wow. Oh, there you go. CCTV up there. Okay. CCTV camera just there on the wall. CCTV camera there, I think. They're just lamps. Oh, I thought that person had no legs. They were on their knees. That was a bit confusing. And then that's just round the back, so there's not really much. As for the actual entrance, I couldn't even... It didn't really... Like, it wasn't just like one entrance. Oh well, never mind. Big store, quite a lot going on. We don't need to take a look inside for that one. So you'll have to leave your comments down below to which one you think Brenner went to. I just wanted to present some to you, okay? So that was Idaho boys. Now we go to Twin Falls, okay? We'll have to type it in again, won't we? Let's get rid of that. There we go, my boy. Do we need to take a look at every single one in depth? Nope, we're not. Do they all look the same? Oh my God, it's blue! That's my favorite color. No, it's not. Come on, get me there quicker. So, was this the Walmart Brenner went to? Once again, you got the CCTV up there, so there's enough cameras to track the person. Market. What does it actually say on it? Welcome, welcomes. What? So do you walk in that way into the whole store, or is it like separated? How does it work? Exit, pick up, pharmacy. Okay. Oh my God. My God. Be careful, man. We don't want someone like Chase Venstra or Aviles coming down here. They're going to take the whole lot. It means there's no more kayaks for poor Glitter Galaxy. Yeah? Glitter Galaxy. Did you buy any of these? And then what's this one? Home and pharmacy. So it must be just called Market. It's weird calling it Market, though. Oh, wow, there's a rainbow in the sky just now. Interesting. So, yeah, there you go. There's that one to take a look at. And that is Twin Falls. Okay. The next one is in Idaho Falls. Okay. This one should be... closer to the parents, or one of them at one point. There we go. Oh, we've got two, actually. Let's just take a look at this one. Here we go. You see, this one says grocery. The others, okay, the sign's just disappeared. What the hell? Why did they suddenly make the sign disappear? Is that practical? I don't think so. More cameras up there. Like, that's the thing. No matter which one it's at, okay, you got the receipts of Brenner. But does anyone have the CCTV footage of Brenner going inside of the store or coming out of it? Do we have any footage of that? Because it could be useful. I know the receipt can pin him anyway to say, well, this is where he was at. But is there just any footage to, like, see if we can look at his facial expressions, his behaviour, how did he appear at the time, and also to prove whether he was alone or not. You get what I'm saying? Because if it proves that someone was with him at the time, then maybe, you know, someone assisted with Brenner fast forward on when it came to taking Dylan out. What's this one? It doesn't really say, once again. So we got that one. We might as well check the other one out whilst we're here. Which is down here. Apologies if I'm a little bit quick on these. It's just because I feel they could be a bit repetitive, so I don't want to spend too long on them. Oh wow, that's a lot of bikes. Are they chained up or something? Because, like, with them being all out like this, you know, could someone just steal them? Oh my god, it's Spider-Man! Wow! Look at these. Oh my god, Famous Orb! Famous Orb! Look! Look at these pretty little bicycles. They're all pink. They match your favourite colour, Famous Orb. And you've even got the stabilizers on, so it's not like you're going to fall over. You won't hurt yourself. Maybe you would... Are you going to buy one, Famous Orb? You're going to buy a couple? You're going to play with them? You're going to ride around on a little bike? Yeah? Your little pink princess? Yeah? Okay. Home and living. Okay, so they all seem to have different names. One says market, another one says grocery, this one says home and living, but they're all like the same branded place, but different entrances. That's what confuses me. Dodgy America. More CCTV. Of course, gotta include the USA flag! Raise it high! The exit, okay, market and pharmacy. So it seems to be grouped differently from place to place. But yeah, just leave your thoughts down below to which one you think Brenner went to. What now? Do Ogden. There is actually a couple in Ogden and Salt Lake City, so I'm just using one as an example, okay? Oh my god, what's this? Fucking dirt road. God, it looks a bit rough, man. Here we go. Okay, so, oh my god, this one looks a lot better visually. Better sign, better branding, looks more up to date, more welcoming. You've got plants on the outside. How about down here as well? What are they doing? Hiding. Dodgy. More plants. Wait, what did that say? What's that sign say? Oh, vegetable. Oh, vegetable and herb plants. Maria! Maria! Come get them. Okay. What about the cameras? Yeah. Same amount. Tends to be like 3 of them. US Bank! Yeah! So that's the main entrance from the looks of it. What about down here? What the hell's that? Oh, it takes forever to load in. Shit internet, I bet. Market and pharmacy. Okay. Right, so was this the one that Brenner went to? And the receipt for the ammunition? Yes, no? I mean, I guess you'll sell similar stuff, right? Did we do this one? We did Twin Falls. We did the Boys. I guess the final one, I'd say Elko. Elko sounds like like a good example of a place. What about down here, Wells? No, it doesn't look like Walmart's there. You'd tell by the building size. I did check out Wendover, okay. Didn't find anything there either. Check Elko. For some reason, Elko seems to stand out in my mind. Could this be the one? Come on, man. What's this? Coming soon. Roletas Mexicano food. Waft Bank. Stupid name. Train. What the hell? My God, where am I? I think I'm lost. We've got Petco, Ross, Dress for Less. Yeah, come on, Kurt, get down there quick. Got some dodgy toilets down there. But that's not what I'm looking for. I need to go to... Where's Walmart? I want to go to Walmart, Mom. Mommy, where's the Walmart? Oh my God, FedEx. Like what Robert Berger was talking about, the FedEx. Oh God, it's disappeared. Magic. Okay, so I think we've got lost, but it's okay. We'll find our way around. Oh my God, Kurt Wadsworth, I didn't tell you to start your construction in the car park this soon. Come on, get your digger out of here. Get your backhoe and send it back the other way. What's this? We got Joanne Fabrics Crafts. Oh my God. Oh, I thought that said glasses. It says classes. What a shame. Missed out there. Right. Come on. Get me back. I need to find it. Oh, not the casino. Oh, who was it in the chat that said, I want to go to a casino? Looks like that will be happening soon, I guess. Okay. Where's Walmart? Marshalls. Great Clips. Dress Barn. Rayleigh. Right. This is a fucking disaster, man. Come on, where is it? Where's Walmart? I'll just type in where. God damn it. Elko. Supercenter. There we go. Wait, was I not looking at it or something? Am I blind? Oh, God, Stoney. My vision is getting worse. Here's Walmart. You take your people to the Walmart. Okay. God, it's so slow and stiff. What's down here? Right on, mate. We've got the fucking barbecues. Andrew Culver. You know, that guy. They talking about there was no kangaroos. New Zealand. That's fucking disappointing, mate. Don't care if they don't even live there. Bring them on over, mate. Why am I sound like an Australian Johnny Depp? Where's Ram? Where's Ram gone, mate? Pour it on the barbecue. Speaking of barbecue, I hope you're not burning anyone today. It would be terrible. I can't even do my Australian one now. It's gone downhill. Okay. Well, I have to blur some of the barbecues out. Like, have you got a body hidden in them or something? Auto centre. I mean, do you think Brenner could have got his car sent to the auto centre as well or not? Okay. Interesting. Look. CCTV there. It's one of those ballpoint CCTVs where it does like, it looks left, right, kind of like Betty Hayward's eyes. Yeah. So is this the one that Brenner went to? Come on. Oh God, we got Subway as well. Have we actually looked at Subway before? There's no sign on that. Fucking useless Walmart. Okay, so I think it's time we actually look inside one of them. And I chose this one because it seemed like more realistic, I guess. So these are just,
user photos uploaded, but it gives you like a little bit of a tour of what it looks like inside. Some people may have not been here. Some people may not even be from the country. So, And as well, I just want to see if in this store, if it actually shows photos of the ammunition gun section. Okay. So we've got some Party Fever, TNT, pop-ups. Yeah, I want to pop it all. Party time. Oh my god. Really good. Oh no. No. What's that? No. Is that bleach? Grass killer. Weed and grass killer. God! Hell, looks like Salty Pancake's business is not going anywhere. There's too many products on the shelf. You need to buy more. Stock up. Yup. You need to be a prepper? Get your basement filled with weed. No, that sounds like Ty Corbin. No, shit. Sorry. Oh my god, who's done this stupid advertisement thing? Only 447. Is anyone going to buy this? Anyone going to buy 447? Only 447 barbecue. 444, 44, 43, 43, 42, 42. 300, 300, 200, 100. Sold. Okay. Oh yes. Bigger, hotter, heavier. Yeah. Austin XL. My god, I didn't know Austin was extra large. My god. What's he compensating for? Or does that mean Austin, Texas? I don't know. Goddamn barbecue, man. Oh, bit outdated there. What was it? Oh yeah, just very quickly, as a reminder, because shout out to Missing Remote from last few previous videos for his presence in the chat. He said he wanted to hear more of the cowboy voice, so I can give a quick demonstration right now, I'm sure.
Well, Missing Remote. Howdy there, mister. Looks like we got a barbecue here. Well, I'm sure nothing can go wrong. I heard that Martello, they were doing some kind of Memorial Day barbecue, but you never know what is going on the barbie. Well, this seems a lot better. I don't know about the price, man. Maybe you can afford it, I don't know. Or maybe just steal it from the shop. I don't think they would mind at all. Anyway, what in God's carnation is this? Am I stuck in time or what? What's that creepy man doing? Oh my god, it's fucking... Oh my god. I found him. I told you I would find him. We're talking about Brenner. Yeah, Brenner, the big guy with the beard. He's been hiding in Walmart, trying to not get detected. He's right there with his beard. Come on, Brenner. Get your receipt out. We know it's you. We can see that long, bushy beard. You can try and blend in with the trees and the snow, but it's not going to work, man. Come on, come out. What's that? You're stuck. Okay, well, to call security and help you pull your ass out of there. See what I mean? This is what happens. What's up there? We got the snowman. Okay. What's this all about? Full featured all-around productivity. Well, he doesn't look like he's demonstrating productivity. He just stood there with a laptop. What's that? HP. Yeah. Do all the fancy edits on there. Clearance. Oh, here we go. Here's the clearance aisle. What is present? Oh my god! We got the little kitty cat paw print things. Yeah. Very nice. Was that for a dog? Oh, shit. It's probably for a dog. What a shame. We got some of Ted Bundy's tools here, Maria. We got some pliers to pull out the teeth. Some box cutter to cut the skin. We got some... I don't know what they are. I don't know. What the hell's that? What the hell? We got Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. Yeah. What the hell's all this? Oh no. Oh my god. We've got Godzilla toys. Oh my god, King Salmon.
Yeah. No, it's not you, is it? Shit. Who is it then? Do you have a member on the channel if he's still watching Kongzilla? Don't worry, man. They've got the products out for you. Godzilla, Kongzilla, same thing, man. Come down to Walmart and get your clearance items. Get them before they expire. Great price, man. Oh my god. Wait, what are them anyway? Oh, don't tell me they're Fortnite toys. Please don't tell me that. No, no, no. We got Captain America. Yes, my big hero. Fucking hell, mate. Right on with the barbecues. Bigger hot than ever. Right. I've already got one in my backyard, so I don't know why you keep showing it my way. Get it on my face. Fucking joker. Yeah. Get on the lawnmower. It's time to cut some grass. Looks like Pancakes couldn't get the job done, so you'll step up instead. Fucking Walmart employee. My god. You're already overrun, probably. Don't worry, man. I'm sure you'll get the grass cut. Not going to take long if you're in a fucking store with no grass. God, come on. Use common sense. What's all this? Oh, my God. Is Stoney having an argument? No, sorry, Stoney. I'm really sorry. No, it wasn't you. My God, not again. Do you know what? I mean, there's a bit of a commotion going on down there at one of the tills or one of the aisles. Bloody Shack Lady. It's the bloody Shack Lady with her coupons. Oh my God, Shack Lady. Spending 5 hours scanning every coupon code so she gets 100% off. God! You know, freaking people counting all the coupons. It's too much, man. Come on, Shack Lady. Share out the coupon codes, please. Oh my God. Wait, what was that? What the fuck? Where we got Pokemon? There's a Pokemon ball there. What's going to happen now? We're going to catch people. That's great. Oh, fucking hell, mate. We've got a fucking barbecue. That's right, okay. So, Little Caesar pizzas. We've got stupid, weird food, okay, and soggy bread, okay, and the dip picks. From Burger King's, we've got just desiccated burgers, which look crap, and out-of-date vegetables. And then KFC, we've got regurgitated food and crime scene footage from inside, okay? Motels, we've got the towels, the spas, extreme amount of lotion and cream. And fucking Walmart's got the breakout of the barbecues. Can't keep your hands off that, mate. Okay. Hello. What's this? Oh my God, we got the party decorations. Whoa, we can get really creative here, man. Yeah. Let's create some little party design and idea. And create some aesthetic space with a little safe space for other people and pretty little souls. Oh my God, that sounds so delicious. Yeah. Oh my God, Brenner. Come on, you got to stop doing this to me. We know it's you, Brenner. You were hiding down the other aisle earlier on where the snow was. Yeah, you're standing out now in that tree. Come on, Brenner. Come down. Come down. Don't tell me we got to get the fire department. Don't tell me we got to contact Lance to come down with a long ladder to get you off that fucking tree. Come on, man. Be fair. What the fuck am I just witnessed here? Oh my God. So we got one of the M&Ms and we got Frosty the Tiger, the cereal or whatever you call it. Yeah. We got the mascot for the kitty cats. Yeah? A little kitty cats in the chat. Meow. Yeah? You want feeding? Well, you gotta look up and ask the big cat here, Mr. Frosty. Okay? Are you going to be giving out any little pussy treats? I mean, pussycat treats? Oh, shit, I shouldn't have said that. Shit. Oh, shit. Are you? Yeah? You going to get a little milky? Yeah? Very nice. Wow. My God, what's happened to him? It looks almost as rough as... oh, my God. Oh, no. This poor M&M soul, you can see his eyes are a bit crusty. Right? Looks a bit crusty. He's seen it all. This is the exact face of someone that has gone to Saddle Sore Bar, had to witness Kurt doing the splits during a disco dance routine,
and having to come out the back end. I don't blame you. Poor you. That is rough, isn't it? Oh my God. Wow, amazing. What's this? Oh my God! Yeah, what a coincidence. We're on the cat aisle. Yeah. Why am I so excited? I don't know. We're at the kitty cat aisle. We're at the cat aisles, the pussy cat aisle. Yeah. Or the catnip. You're going to get fucking high off the catnip. Yeah. You're going to be rolling around wild. Oh my God, we got a little titty. What do you call that? A titty cat. What's a titty cat? Never heard of a titty cat. Titty, pocrina, glands, titty cat glands. Eh? Am I reading that wrong? Probably. There's a lot of titties. Okay. Yeah, we've got a little cat treats. Yeah. Oh, fuck me. Oh my God. Well, them over there, dodgy toys. I don't know, for the cats. Oh no, what's going on here? Oh my God, so much going on. I'm really overwhelmed right now. I think we've got our new little safe space hotspot. We got the Spars and we got the Walmart. Yeah, that means a lot more explorations and adventures and new stories to be told. My God, you're so spoiled, you know? And don't you think I've forgotten about all the other accents, yeah? Yeah? We had fucking Missy Devanya, but I thought, what's it, German? Simply, she just said she's from Germany. She's not even German. What's it disappointed, yeah? Guten Tag. Do you even understand what I'm saying? I hope you do. This is not the end. No. Fucking hell, mate. Fucking barbecue. Summer fun for less. I don't think it'll be summer fun for less when you got glasses burning on the barbecue. It all melting onto the food. That's not going to be a nice flavour. My God. Why do I keep getting hairs in my mouth? Where are they coming from? My God. Christmas stuff. Wow. Wow. Peace. Peace. You honestly think there'll be peace here? Hell no. Get off the screen. What's going on? Oh, we got the jewelry. Yeah, don't worry. You've been really good. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm fucking doing my gay voice. Come on, where's my little bitchy sexy ass voice gone? Yeah? Don't worry. I'll buy you some jewelry. Don't worry. No, it'll be fine. I mean, even Betty Hayward. She got a jewelry, little piercings near her lip. Don't worry, we'll upgrade. We'll upgrade that jewelry because you deserve better, girl. Stoney. You know, you can have some embroidered diamond glasses because you deserve better, girl. What about Cleo? You can have a diamond wand if you wish because you deserve better. Even Glitter Galaxy, her name is destined for jewelry. My God. Even Famous Op with a diamond-encrusted, gold-plated PS5 pink controller. Yeah. And guess what? You get it from the discount store, bitch, because I'm being careful. Okay, you can have some coupon codes, but that's all you're getting. Sorry, you got a problem? You speak to my manager? Yeah, because I'm working here. I don't even know what I'm saying, to be honest, anymore. What am I on? Okay, what's this? Fucking car. Is that it? Oh, okay. So out of all that, we found everything but goddamn guns. Like, why is no one taking a photo of the guns inside or the ammunition or the airsoft area or the knives? Like, I gotta take a photo of all the Christmas stuff. We're gonna take all the photos of just fucking useless stuff. Take photos of more important things. God, it looks like we'll be taking another look afterwards. And speaking of which, we've got the Bureau of Indian Affairs. Indiana, how many affairs have you been on recently? My God, control yourself. Okay, so you get the idea. We looked at a range of different Walmarts. If any of them you believe to be the ones where Brenner went to, feel free to leave it down in the comments section. Okay, so I think with that all in mind, it kind of concludes the video. Much longer than I expected. I'm not actually quite sure how long it is in total, the video, but it feels like it's been longer than what I thought. But there was quite a bit of a deep discussion earlier on
in the beginning, the intro, the predictions and stuff like that. No harm in doing so. I mean, if you can keep covering the case, or there's a lot to talk about, then that's a big positive, right? Even when you're at this stage in the case with what's gone on and how things have tailed off, if you still have stuff to say, to share, feel free to do so, whether it be in a video yourself or whether it be in just the comments, or if it's on someone's panel, feel free. As for an actual live stream, based off the timing, it's not practical, based off other factors as well, but also timing as well, because this live video premiere, you know, you do it and then it's like bedtime. An actual live video, it's real time, pure on the spot. It's just like before bed, you know, when you get a bit tired. I just don't think you'd be able to like operate the same way. Wouldn't be as sharp. Not quite practical, as I said, but that'll clear it up for some people that are questioning. So that's it for now. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you picked up on anything new, feel free to carry on talking in the chat or in the comment section and share additional thoughts. We will see what happens next. Maybe next time I'll try and get a Kenny Veach video out or something, and just see what happens there, okay? So good night and goodbye for now. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot there was some unfinished business. Yes, I didn't forget, okay? So after yesterday's video, okay, a few people said, get that whip on the other person and stuff, like, was it SpongeBob or Pancakes, Soggy Pants? I can't remember who exactly, the yellow boy. You remember? Yeah, you remember? Okay. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Just give me a second to set up, okay? Yeah? A little bit more, a little bit more. Okay. There we go. Don't worry. You want this whip on soggy SpongeBob? SpongeBob Soggy Pants? Pancake SpongeBob? I don't know what you call him. But yeah, okay, yeah. 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 You like that? Yellow boy? Yeah, come on. Come on, boy. You can take it better? Oh, yeah. Come on. I'll whip your ass, boy. Oh, your ass, boy. Come on, boy. Whip it round. Yeah. Yeah. You won't be walking straight after this again. Never again. Won't be able to sit down. Again. His whiny voice is going to turn into an even more high-pitched one. Yeah. There you go. Oh, shit, I just hit the lampshade. There we go. Done.